Hey, you know, I have a friend that plays guitar, and he can hear a song on the radio and start to listen. I watch his head nod a little bit, then his fingers start touching the guitar. I see him forming the chords. He might mumble, no, it's A, then C, then D, because he knows how to play guitar. He knows the chord progression. He just doesn't know one song. Now, somebody might say, why doesn't he just buy the sheet music and he'll know how to play the song exactly? Hey, good point. But he knows the progression. He knows the basic methods behind it, and it's the same thing that I talk about in cooking all the time. Have you ever gone to a great restaurant, you had a fantastic meal, something you're like, oh, I could eat this every night of the week, you know? But just having it one more time would be great without waiting for your table and paying the $200 bill and so on. To be able to take restaurant quality meals and bring them home and recreate them is a way to come up with endless dinner ideas. I mean, I do this all the time. I get most of my dinner ideas from restaurant menus. They're the ones that are coming up with new stuff. They're the ones that have tried and true things that I really, really like. Well, I can save myself the time, I can save myself the money by recreating these meals at home. And really all you need is the knowledge of some basic cooking methods and a keen, observant eye. So here's how I go about trying to figure out recreating restaurant meals in my home. First, read the menu description. Okay, so if it is chicken in a white wine sauce with shallots, well, that's pretty obvious. It's going to tell me that it's chicken. I need some shallots and some white wine. There might be some French culinary terms in there, en croûte, au sec, provençal, things like that you can either look up or you can send me an email. I'll tell you what it is. Or you have the Food Lover's Companion, some kind of guide like that. That'll tell you the process that they go through. So the name can tell you a lot in recreating restaurant recipes. The second thing I look for is the way that it was cooked. Now, if the chicken breast has grill marks on it, it's pretty obvious that it was grilled. It was put on a hot grill. If it has like a nice brown caramelization of colors on top, well, that means the chicken breast was most probably sauteed. I can tell that direct applied heat from a saute pan or a broiler or something like that. I can also tell if it was poached, if it's totally white, or if it was simmered or steamed in some regard. There's not going to be any caramelization of colors. So with a basic knowledge of cooking methods, I can try and figure out the way that it's cooked. Third, I examine the sauce. Is it a thickened sauce? Is it a jus? Is it a real loose sauce? Real easy to tell if they've used milk or cream to create this sauce because the sauce will be white. How you make sauce and the knowledge behind thickenings of liquids will help you create restaurant recipes as well. Lastly, I taste for seasonings. I taste to see what I might be able to tell. Now, this takes a little bit more skill, a little bit more developed palate, but if you can recognize a flavor profile like I've talked about, if you can recognize cumin, coriander, kind of tastes like Mexican, or basil, oregano, it's an Italian profile, or curries and turmeric, those are clues that might get you to recreate the dish at home. So if I dissect one of my favorite restaurant dishes, and it appears to me it's the example that I came up with, chicken in white wine sauce with shallots, it would appear to me that if there's a brown coating on it, the chicken was sauteed in oil. If it's nice and crispy especially, it might have been roasted and brushed with oil, but there's a direct heat there. What I would do is probably saute chicken breast in a little bit of oil, remove it from the pan, finish it in the oven, saute some shallots in the resulting fond, deglaze the pan with some white wine, and maybe add a little bit of cream or milk or even some cheese, like some goat cheese, that will melt the sauce. So how do I know this? It's because the saute method is the same no matter what ingredients you apply to it. I can tell when something was sauteed the same way a painter can tell watercolors versus ink, or my friend can tell the chords in a guitar in a song. Just like my friend who likes recreating these songs, it's so much fun for me to try and recreate restaurant recipes at home. It's a challenge. It helps build my cooking skills, but it does take up a lot of time and it can waste a lot of food with bad experiments. But if you want to make this process even easier, my friend and America's Secret Recipes guru Ron Douglas has done all the tasting, all the sniffing for you. Learn the secrets behind America's secret recipes, the best restaurant recipes around, by clicking on the link below this video. So whether you want to unravel the mystery and recreate restaurant recipes yourself, or you just want to let Ron Douglas give you all the answers, great restaurant meals are a perfect starting point for getting great dinner ideas in your own home every night of the week. And if you're able to copy what the restaurants do, then your kitchen is never going to be closed at dinner time.